It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Hey, tired of being Mr. Nice Guy to these fuck niggas. Got nothing to discuss with them unless it's about business. I replenish when they all diminish. Started caking, I ain't near finished. Can't kill him, I've been too kind. When the money pile, I need y'all to witness. Pull up on them like calisthenics with the jewels on me. Met your chick, she amused for me. Sent music to amuse, I was not enthused when they put the blues on me. Wait, fuck that, time for me to bust back. Show me where the love at, ho. Niggas on the block with the gun strap. Homie finna dump that, hit him where his mustache go. Ayy, get on my level. When it come to bank, I pimp my teller. Never been a nigga that'll rock Margiela. Never come around, I bitch, y'all better. Might not never get to rock Coachella. I don't get no fucks, I think you want better. I'm about my cheddar, don't sprinkle no feather. I skate on track like Bam March. Every young nigga too hot, don't need no leather. I've been a living legend for a minute. I was at Apache trying to sell a ticket. Nigga used to rap when Debo had the bitches. I've been learning about the boss and treat it like an auction. Labels gotta bid it. I ain't never been with Stalin. I can make a call and get the money printed. I do not play when it come to this rapping. Studied the game when I lived in the attic. All of that struggle just made me a savage. Singing my praise on my edge, been jacket. Hating that nigga can't fit in my jacket. I give you that shit, y'all nigga be taking. Y'all bite my style straight trash. Y'all make it took 21 days, make stuff my habit. I'm gone.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry. Again, number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Man, it's a controversial day right now. As we just spoke about LaRussell being attacked by Lil Wayne fans for giving out a minor critique about the substance in his music, within a whole conversation of him praising Lil Wayne, no less, we now have Kelly Rowland being attacked by Nicki Minaj fans, okay? Now, Kelly Rowland has a new interview with Pix News where she's talking about her new project, Relationship Goals, the new film, Relationship Goals with Method Man, right? And in that conversation, they talk about the movie, they talk about relationships, they talk about her character in the movie who has like all of these different like impossible standards of what she's looking for in a guy and all that different type of stuff. Eventually they get to the subject of music because, you know, Kelly was recently on stage touring and they get into the subject of her making new music and they ask her if she was to collaborate with a rapper on, you know, her upcoming music, who would it be? And she goes on to name Cardi B, Thee Stallion, and Doechii would be her favorite female rappers or just the female rappers at this current stage that she would like to collaborate with for her music. And of course, those are three of the, I guess, ops to Nicki Minaj fans. Now, of course, Megan and Cardi are so-called ops for Nicki. Doechii, by proxy, has been catching a lot of heat from the Barbz for the last couple of years. I think she used to follow Nicki at one point, but then after Bigfoot came out, she unfollowed her. But it's well known that she came up as a fan, right? So once again, just like we did with LaRussell, let's actually watch the Kelly Rowland interview and the portion in question and get the full context of what it is that she was conveying.
He asked me a question, honey.
So you went on tour for the first time in several years.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I saw you posted afterwards saying, like, it felt good.
Yes, it did.
Like, so are you going to get back in the studio?
I mean, I'm in the studio now.
You
I mean,
are?
not right now, I'm talking to you,
Yeah.
but I'm in the studio, like, literally, when you don't see me, I'm in the studio. And it is a journey. It's fun. And, you know, the studio is like discovery all the time. So, yeah.
And
I want to be back on the stage with new music.
so what comes out first, your new music or Act 3?
Oh, you know, we'll see. Not gonna say too much, because when I talk too much, y'all hold me like with a knife to my neck. Everybody's like, when is it coming?
Did you see Yvette's face off to the side?
Man.
But we can expect new music from you soon, and then you're going to get back out on the road.
Absolutely, yeah. And as Cliff and I did actually a song for the soundtrack, which is Complicated, and we made it.
And for those that don't know, Cliff is Method Man.
I wrote it from Leah's perspective and just
Yeah.
talked about how complicated relationships are.
With your new music, if there's a rapper, female rapper, you would like to work with, who would it be?
I don't know. I really, really love Cardi. I love Meg. I love Doechii.
Doechii's great.
I love Doechii. I love them because they are women's women. I love them because they are pro-women. They support each other. And that's what I know. That's what I've grown up learning, what I've grown up knowing. And I stand up for us.
Yeah.
And I'm not about division, nor will I ever be. And that's what it's about. Period.
Damn.
Just a couple more questions.
Yes.
Because I noticed, I follow you on Instagram, and I noticed that you're not shy in saying this is wrong in the world or whatever, or even with reposts. How important would you say it is for artists to speak up about?
Man, the Grammys made me so proud.
Did it?
The Grammys made me so proud. Between pins and, the fact that I watched artists be nervous and still say something.
Yeah.
Because of the temperature in this country right now. And they know what that risk is, and they were still willing to take it. It is a time of renaissance. It's a time of coming together, and the way the music industry came together that night to speak up and to be that powerful, it actually made me tear up.
Did it really?
It made me tear up because that is a very vulnerable position to be in. But the fact that like there are lines, of course, as an artist that are privileged, but you don't know what can happen,
Yeah.
So it was quite a risk.
Michelle was saying on the podcast that.
All right. So I just wanted to give y'all the before and after the statement that got clipped up, because that seems to be a big problem, is clips are ruining context. Clips are ruining, the scope of actual conversation, and they're being taken and diverted and perverted to shit on people, right? So let's go ahead and close this out. So in that statement, she said that she loves Cardi B, she loves Megan Thee Stallion, and she loves Doechii because they're women's women, aka girls, aka they're women that support other women, have no problem putting other women on, collaborating with other women, advocating for other women. I remember it was a couple years ago when WAP came out with Megan and Cardi, and people felt like that was the biggest travesty in hip hop history. There were so many people that criticized that record, acted like it was going to, ruin the world and pawn people's kids off into ruin. And Cardi B came out and said, yo, understand, y'all don't have to listen to me. Y'all always want to talk some shit about my music and what I'm doing. However, y'all don't support the other women that are doing what y'all are asking for. And she went off to name so many. She said, listen to Lady London, listen to Tierra Whack, listen to Rhapsody, listen to all these other people, right? And I will say, I understand the critique of a Cardi B, right? I'm not going to completely just say, oh, she should be above critique, right? Because we're critiquing Lil Wayne in the same fashion. However, her catalog is not a fraction of as large as a Lil Wayne, so we'll see where her career takes her. She's only on album number 2. But she gave so many options for people, right? And she named black women that rap that you could be giving support instead of overlooking. That's what it comes down to with being a woman's woman, girl's girl. You look at all of the different people that Cardi B has collabed with. There's not really a girl that's popping these days that she hasn't done music with, except maybe Coyle Ray or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Megan Thee Stallion, we've seen all of the people that she's collaborated with. Some of those collaborations have actually turned out to have kind of bitten her in the ass, because those very people that she collabed with are now haters. They went to the Nicki Minaj side and forgot who was fucking with them before Nicki gave a fuck about them. You know what I'm saying? You look at Doechii, we haven't seen her do like a ton of collaborations yet, but she's still very early in her ascension as far as like catalog goes. But we see that she comes out and she advocates for the ladies in hip hop. She gives her credit where it's due and is putting on. So we see that energy from her. We see that she puts on women, mostly all the women she employs. Her DJ's a woman. You just see it exuding from her, right? And these are Kelly's personal choices. She does not have to come out and say, I want to work with Nicki Minaj if that's not who she wants to work with, right? And she says, I'm not for the division. So she's saying, I'm choosing up on the ladies that choose unity over division. That's not hating. That don't feel threatened because another lady comes into the game and it's taking up a little bit of space and you start feeling cautious about how much space you're able to take up. Let's share space, right? So those were her choices. She then goes on to talk about the people at the Grammys who got on stage and were willing to make statements about what's going on in our country. You know what I'm saying? Talk about this thing going on with ICE and all of this stuff. Meaningful conversation. Unfortunately, when it comes to Nicki, we know where she's at right now. She's not in a favorable place. So with all that being stated, not to mention, we see Nicki constantly berating Jay-Z, which is the husband of her best friend. Beyonce's been with Jay-Z for over 20 years now, 2 decades. Why the fuck would you think I'm ever gonna come out here and promote you when you disrespecting the husband of my best friend? And they've been together for over 20 years. Yes, I don't fuck with you and I don't want to work with you. Why would she say anything different? And she didn't say she didn't want to work with you. She said who she wanted to. And y'all got mad because her name wasn't in the fucking list. Come on, man. So as that interview, and once again, that interview on YouTube where it was originally uploaded has like 4,000 views, right? This shit got millions on Twitter now. So really, most people have not seen the entirety of the interview, the context of the interview, the promotion of her new movie that was centered around the interview. No, nothing. They just heard that one clip and decided to shit on her. But as she puts this series of photos up yesterday for Valentine's Day, she says date night and posts her, her look for the day. And she caught a lot of hate under this post. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's a lot of good that came under this post. But it's a lot of this thing here. Girl, you look a mess. How? Where? A mess? You got this person here talking about some Kelly Rowland. Shut the fuck up. You're literally a decorated backup singer. Decorated backup singer with solo albums and a whole career and an acting career. They say, play your role like you've always done. Couldn't even pop your own career off. What? What Nicki did for female rap, she could never do for her own genre. Like, move around and wait for Beyonce to last minute bring your ass back on a stage. And y'all don't even really like Beyonce like that out of your crew. We have this guy here, Keys, who is a Nicki Minaj stan and also reports to her behind the scenes. He says, Kelly Rowland claims to be a girl's girl, but when asked about all 5 members of Destiny Child reuniting, she blatantly ignored the interviewer. Then went on to speak about DC3 completely erasing Latavia, can't even spell it right, and Latoya from history. Is this how a girl's girl acts? Did we all catch the shade? Kelly, you should be ashamed of yourself disregarding those girls like that. They helped start the group. DC3 is the group. Okay? Been the group for 2 decades now. The original Grrrls didn't even make it into the 2000s, all right? And they still have linked up and done photos together. They still hang out. I know for sure LaToya still fucks with them. So give it a fucking rest, all right? Y'all be doing and saying anything and don't be doing any form of real research. Y'all just look for gotchas. We got this person here that says Kelly Rowland was always the worst singer in Destiny's Child. There, I said it. But if you've ever listened to Destiny's Child, if you've ever listened to Beyonce's music or Kelly Rowland's music, there have been multiple instances where people couldn't even distinguish the difference between their two voices. You stupid motherfuckers are idiots. Another one. Beyonce had to ask Nicki Minaj for a feature, not the other way around. Let that sink in. Kelly Rowland is mostly known for being a backup singer for Beyonce. Lies. Babe, you was never getting a Nicki feature to begin with. These are this lady's fans tripping, going out, going crazy. Another one here says, who the fuck is Kelly Rowland without Beyonce? I don't know. Kelly Rowland. Like, for real. She has no value unless she's attached to Beyonce. Motivation would say different. People invite her to interviews to talk about other people because her career is so worthless, she has nothing to talk about. What a waste of flesh Kelly Rowland is. Now, if you seen that flesh, ain't no way you would say it's a waste. God damn it. When the last time you looked in the mirror, your flesh probably goddamn ashy, bumpy, scurvy, the whole shit, man. Shut your dumb ass up. And the last one I'm going to show, because this shit gets redundant. They say, Kelly Rowland trying to be shady towards Nicki, but not towards her brother-in-law who is in them fouls. If she don't get the fuck on, show us the foul. Show us the foul. Just show us the foul. The nigga name showed up in one email where they were criticizing him for some shit about the black culture or some shit. Had nothing to do with anything Jeffrey Epstein or them niggas had going on. Show us the foul. The other shit was the FBI hotline that was never explored, never brought into an investigation, never proven, no nothing. Show us the foul. So yeah, man, this shit is whack as hell. But what we now know to be true, and we've known this for a while, but it's painfully obvious today. The Young Money militia, the fans of Drake, the fans of Nicki Minaj, the fans of Lil Wayne, they have those artists stuck in a time loop, right? So those years that they fell in love with those artists, they always are going to view them through the lens of that time period, not through 2026, just the time loop that they exist in, are stuck in. They mostly show pictures of them when they were in their prime or when they were at their highest level of cultural acceptance. They mostly play those songs. If you were to look at their playlists and look at their actual listening habits, they're mostly playing the old music from when they were a kid and became fans. And they're just loyal to the soil for the rest of their days. These people are not serious people, right? And unfortunately, it's a lot of these people that are trying to find a voice for themselves on social media. They're linking up with other people just like them. They're linking up with current fans of those same artists and integrating themselves into those conversations as well, because they have no other place to go. They have no other place to communicate. They have nothing else to offer outside of their love of these particular artists. It's really crazy. And to attack someone for not even mentioning Nicki Minaj because she wants to work with Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and Doechii, that is definitely a symptom of mental illness, okay? Let me know what y'all think of all of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'm going to see y'all a little bit later. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. They glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and greats unacknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I could do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve, don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair, this the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built. I had to